Welcome back to America Right Now. I'm Tom Basile. Over the next month, American kids will start heading back to school, much to their chagrin and often to the delight of parents. Back in the day, getting ready for the new school year was a time of jitters, naturally, but it was also filled with excitement. The weeks leading up to that first day meant heading to the store for that shiny new lunchbox, the Trapper Keeper, remember those? Those marble notebooks some teacher demanded, new pens and pencils, and of course, the box of crayons that was often far smaller than the one that you wanted. For some, getting dragged through the stores for new shoes and clothes was part of the ritual, along with trying on hand-me-downs from older siblings. For parents then, as now, there was the pressure of affording it all, especially in households with multiple children. In retrospect, it was so innocent. It was so straightforward. But thanks to the far-left takeover of American education, it's no longer that simple. Parents today have the added pressure of making sure that their school focuses on reading, writing, arithmetic, real science, and actual history, rather than revisionism, relativism, and radicalism. Parents need a battle plan to protect our kids. Now, whether you live in a red state or a blue state, or your kid goes to public school or private, following these steps together with other parents can help send a powerful message. Okay, number one. All right, visit your kids' classrooms. Look, I know your high schooler, it would be absolutely mortified if you did this, but it is imperative to visit all of your kids' classrooms. Get eyes on those bulletin boards, on the decorations, and on the books on display for inappropriate content or extremist topics. I mean, take a look at this. This was in a preschool classroom. This was for 5-year-olds, all right? Evaluating teaching materials before the school year starts is very important. Again, before the school year starts, ask your teachers and ask your school administration to see the syllabus, the curriculum, reading lists, and videos used in instruction for your child's class. If they refuse to be transparent, take your case to the school board with other parents immediately. Go to that school library and review school library materials for explicit material in any format, or revisionist history books like the 1619 Project that drive the narrative that America is systemically and irredeemably racist. Beware of the grading systems. That's right, they're getting rid of grades, folks. Any happy talk about equitable grading policies or elimination of grading altogether should prompt immediate parent reaction. This is another big one that we're seeing a lot. No talk of sexuality in class. Tell your kids, you want to know if their teacher talks about their sexuality or sex life in class, even just in passing. Children should be on guard for teachers asking about students' sexual habits as well. Watch out for leftist buzzwords. Similarly, if teachers are using whiteness, patriarchy, transgender, and privilege, you as a parent need to know. Frequent talk about racism or displays like this one are also more flashing warning signs. Give your kids a list of these terms, folks, and ensure that they are on alert. Teach them how to recognize political and religious intolerance in the classroom, and history lessons that trash our nation's founding fathers or promote victimhood culture. And don't think that this is only happening in high schools, folks. It's happening in elementary schools as well. If your school refuses to fly the American flag in the classroom, get an explanation in writing and be prepared to circle the wagons to change the policy. Schools like this one here permit pride and trans flags, but diminish patriotic expressions. Those types of schools need to be challenged. All right, now here's another one. You might be uncomfortable with this, but also very important. Search for social media. Search for your teachers on social media. Find your kids and your kids' teachers on social media, including LinkedIn. Now, it may seem like cyberstalking, but activist educators rarely fully hide their true colors online. Take a look at this.
Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. I'm Leslie, and my pronouns are they, them. And I'm Ray. My pronouns are also they, them. And what are we celebrating this week, Ray? It is Non-Binary Awareness Week.
Non-Binary Awareness Week. We believe that teacher was a kindergarten or first grade teacher. Many teachers who view themselves as academics have their own websites and where they openly express their social and political views. It's a big red flag if they use their pronouns or have hair that makes them look like a Muppet in their profile picture. All right, now, find out what your school's policy is on boys in the girls' room, all right? You know, look, folks, if your school disregards the privacy of your students, of your son, you need to take action immediately. Work with other parents, raise awareness, challenge school board members in the next election, and consider filing lawsuits. And by the way, folks, if they're putting litter boxes in bathrooms, you need to treat it like a 4-alarm fire. All right, look, I know that this is a lot of work, but the likes of Randy Weingarten, the United Federation of Teachers, and the NEA have made this level of heightened situational awareness and readiness necessary. Parents should work together in groups to lighten the load and also show strength. There is strength in numbers. Since the pandemic, parents are pushing back with great success. The left has been exposed for allowing people who, like this, are emotionally and mentally compromised or radical ideologues access to our children. Every parent who takes an active role in their child's education is a victory against the long-standing effort by socialists, Marxists, and secularists to remake this country into something totally unrecognizable. As parents, we are behind the 8 ball. But remember, America loves an underdog. Put a plan together now. We must act before we produce another lost generation that rejects American exceptionalism, blindly trading their optimism, hope, and faith for the left's weakness and nihilism.